Is the ultimate men's guide, the Black Table, and tonight, picture this: you are at a Coldplay concert, minding your billionaire business. You've got your babe beside you, just vibes and soft life. Then, boom, kiss cam catches you, locking lips, and crowd goes wow. But plot twist here: that woman isn't your wife. She's, the head of your HR department at your own company. And the lead singer of Coldplay, yes, Chris Martin himself, calls you out on stage saying they're having an affair. Now, this is the story of Andy Byron and Christine Cabot. Now, his actual wife, of course, that's the CEO of Astronomer. I think that's the name of the company.
Yep.
And, it just went kaboom on social media, and his wife has taken out his last name from her son name. I think we have the video. For those who probably didn't see it, those are pictures from the event, and I think we have the video. If you can quickly take a look at the video, and then show our viewers what happened exactly. If not, we'll move on, because that video is everywhere online. When I saw the video for the very first time, I actually didn't read the caption. I knew there was something wrong, because 1 minute they're holding one another and they were looking really happy and cozy, and the next, man, I've never seen that type of move before. But I'm sure Quincy has quite a lot to share when it comes to that.
I would need like 2 hours. Okay. So number one, different people have different views about the situation. Mine is pretty simple. Other than the fact that the man is very, very grossly irresponsible.
Irresponsible, okay.
How are you cozying up with your side piece in a public place like that? Bro, abject irresponsibility. It's crazy work. Every time, I'm not in support of having a side piece. But the concept of having a side piece is keep it on the side. You had yours in front.
Bro code, right?
Holding the girl, cuddling up like it's your wife. And then I saw a video earlier today of how the woman should have reacted. She should have just fainted like he was trying to help her. Like, and he caught her. He's like, oh, don't faint. Yeah.
There's been several reenactments of that moment online.
Premium
and social media.
Yeah. But then the other side that I would like to talk about is the human resource department and the CEOs in general, and in the corporate world is gangster.
It's a thing, yeah.
I didn't say that it's everywhere, but we need to check that.
Okay.
Yeah. The reporting line. There's a reason why.
There's a direct line.
Reporting line. And that. But this was just a crazy story.
Okay.
Don't cheat, or you get caught like this. And then shout outs to Coldplay, Chris Martin in particular. Now they're selling more records. It happened at their concert. It's now a place where you take your side pieces too. You know what I mean?
All right, Bada, what's your thoughts on that?
The highlight for me was, in the aftermath, I saw a comment on social media which read, Coldplay doesn't drop a single in a long while, and tonight they dropped 2.
I love that. That was nice.
Yeah, both of them are going to be single.
Of course.
Very soon.
Absolutely.
The embarrassment that they brought upon themselves, their families. There's no legislating or trying to justify having an affair. It's bad enough that's happening. But to be that comfortable in a public domain, in a public space. Now, forget the kiss cam, whatever it's called. It could have been just anybody in the crowd. You are the CEO of a multi-million-dollar company. Billion.
Yeah.
I take that back. Excuse me. It could have been anybody. It could have been, your wife's family. It could have been a colleague from a distance, especially in this age of, Zoom. Anybody could have picked them out, So I don't think that's a behavior of people who were not maybe a little bit tipsy or under the influence of, that got them so carried away as to not be cognizant anymore of, the context of where they were. Their lives will never ever remain the same, clearly.
May I drop one more thing
Yes,
before
please.
Gang speaks? I like what ifs. You know, I always drop what ifs.
Yeah.
What if this was planned?
Nah.
He's a billionaire. He could pay for it. It's pretty simple. I live in the world of, you can frame, these things.
Conspiracy
What
theories.
if, other than the fact that he would now make his wife a billionaire because there's no court they're going to where this is, the judge will be like, oh, I saw your video. It's okay.
Straightforward. Straightforward.
Half your wealth.
Half the fortune. The shock, the horror on the faces, that didn't look planned.
The reaction.
The reaction.
He
didn't look planned.
So let me jump in as usual.
And be careful where
The
you
way
land.
they reacted when the camera came on them, they never expected it. That's one thing about the kiss cam. You never know where it's going to go to.
Exactly.
If they didn't react that way, the story would have been a different case entirely. But this is my own scenario. And I'll put it to Olamide, and I'll put it to Quincy Jonze.
Okay.
And maybe Bada too, because I don't know him that well, but maybe I'll put it to him as well. If you guys were at an office party with your colleagues, and some of the colleagues you're pretty close to, opposite genders and whatnot, and people were to take footage of you there and how you act with the opposite gender, wouldn't this be a similar case?
Okay, no.
What am I doing what am I doing there?
What do I have? Why do I have my arms wrapped?
Am I doing that? Am I doing the
that
same
was
thing?
a very intimate.
Super compromising.
Yeah, very compromising.
Yes.
Right?
But guess what? Let's teach them. Next time when you see yourself like that, just hold the lady, then remove your hands, spin her around, give them a show.
But see, that's what I'm trying to say.
Give them a show.
It was a compromising situation because his hands were on her chest.
Absolutely.
Which she allowed. You get me?
There's no place his hands could have been that was not going to depict the same thing we just saw. Chest, belly, waist.
But this is what I'm saying. From how you are in your office space and how close you are to some of your colleagues of the opposite sex. Do you understand?
Yeah.
You might not be caught with hands there, but your relationship with them and friendliness, the way it is captured, it's easy for a lot of people to assume you are involved with some of your colleagues.
I do get what you say, because in almost every organization, most people have office wife, office
you get where I'm coming
someone
from.
that you're extremely close to.
Not in my own office, so.
See,
what offices
Where
are
do
you
you guys
people
work?
working in?
No, but
Where are you working that you have office wives?
Quincy Jonze, I don't want to cast
What
you.
happened to your wife?
Let's cast him.
You have office wife gang?
No, Quincy Jonze.
Tell the truth.
There's a place you worked at that was very...
You out there acting like you know something.
Do you understand?
Exactly. I was gonna say, sharing the real life.
No, do you understand? I don't know whether you were involved. You get what I'm saying?
I could not have been.
This is what I'm trying to say. Listen, I've worked in certain places and I've had great friendships. I've never
Office wife, same.
never been involved sexually with colleagues.
But you're
the way
holding them like that
But the
on
way
their
I am
waist.
so free, with hugs and stuff like that. There's a way you see me relate with some people that I'm very close to. That if you didn't know I was married, you'd be like, "What's up with this guy and this girl?"
No, there's
But
such a. I'm
nothing going
sorry.
on.
May I disagree briefly?
Yeah,
There's such a thing as office etiquette. Right?
Dude, forget office etiquette.
No,
Stop
what are you
that.
talking about? It's still
Quincy
a
Jonze,
corporate
you don't have
environment.
closer friends in your
Excuse
office.
me, sir. It's a corporate environment.
It's not a bank.
I don't know the office you're referring to, but the last one that I know of before this current one, you were in a managerial position, right? Thereby, corporate environment. Your designation was not only as a broadcaster.
Yes.
So you were out here hugging ladies. Inappropriately. Is that what you're saying?
What's wrong with the hug?
What?
What's wrong with the hug?
Inappropriately, I add.
That wasn't a hug, though.
No, that wasn't a hug.
The way you
But I'm just trying to
described
say, in general, the relationship you have with your colleagues,
Yeah, I get the
in
point.
the office and
Yeah,
outside.
I mean, I get the general
if people
point.
see it, they might just assume, are these people involved?
Yeah, and see, where there's some proximity
about
between a male and a female, there will be insinuations. There are insinuations. But let's be clear. Ethically, right, there should be clear lines.
Definitely.
I would never ever be in support of colleagues being in those kind of close, and I'm not saying whether they are dating or it's pointless at this,
Especially publicly.
Saying publicly, there's got to be some level of decorum. There's got to be some level of respect, especially for people who are married. Like
Now that is where, sorry to cut you off, but that's where the line is drawn.
Yeah.
Once you're two married
What
people,
line?
it's different. But if two single people meet themselves in an office and decide to get it on Who are you to say?
Wait,
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Get it
Please,
on.
excuse me. I don't know that.
I thought I was talking about something else.
I don't know what
Get it
the
on.
HR policy is in that organization, but generally, I would think that
You
it's
just saw the
frowned
HR
upon.
policy. You just saw the HR policy.
Generally,
I feel there's something
would
going
think
on
that.
under the table here between the both of you. So who's going to come out? Yeah.
he's saying it's okay to just hug your HR inappropriately.
No, what I'm trying to
saying
tell you-
it's not. Sorry.
What I'm trying to say
Where I
now-
was landing at, gang, before you tried to cut me off, is there's no world where that is appropriate. If they were single,
If
it's
they're
still
married, it's not appropriate.
No,
If they're not
if
married-
they were single, it's still not appropriate. That's the CEO of an organization, and that is the HR, pardon me, of the organization. That is not right.
Hello?
Unless in the company or the company policies, it states that it is okay for you to have relations with. But even as the CEO, the chief executive officer of the organization, you know it's
can't
not
do
right.
that. You can't
You
do
know
that.
it will rub off on the morale of your other staff members differently.
Quincy
The
Jones.
optics look bad. in
It's
whatever
bad
context.
enough.
Listen,
In
Quincy
whatever
Jones.
context.
Quincy Jones.
And they were grinning from
Olamide.
ear to ear.
Do you know the top 5 places where spouses meet?
See, we're not discountenancing the fact.
So
that
I'm saying, no, it's
the
because they're
reality-
married that it's an issue. But if they were not married and a CEO
Do you know
finds
what
it-
happens most of the time? One
if
of
a
them
CEO
resigns.
If a CEO is attracted to his HR person, this is the policy in the corporate environment. You guys should know how you handle it, and one of you leaves the business.
Okay, so
that's what it is.
just
You
to,
can't
just
say
to
I can't
round
get
up before we
involved.
go on
I
the
see a
break.
girl I like.
The man owns the business.
I get what you're trying to say, but
I see a lady I like in the
in
workplace.
this situation, both of them were married,
Absolutely.
and it is very disrespectful
inappropriate.
and very inappropriate. Let's call it for
Inexcusable.
Bro,
yes,
he's
let's call it for what
husband.
it is.
Let's-
Morally
Bro.
Yeah.
reprehensible.
If you, I'm sorry, I want to ask you guys. You're all married,
Yes.
bruv. If you saw your wife like that,
Yeah.
what would you do? Don't lie.
I'll burn my
Your
Coldplay
wife
CDs.
is trending.
I'll burn all my Coldplay CDs. I'm a huge Coldplay fan.
So you blame
It's not
Coldplay for it.
No, we're gonna play Coldplay in the sadness.
So see, here's the thing.
When you try your best and you
That's
don't
Fix You. I love that
song, bro.
I love
Fix
Fix You.
them both.
I love Yellow. There's so many things. Here, I understand where you're coming from, but there's this assumption, first and foremost, that once you see a man and a woman in a compromising scenario, obviously this is what's going on. And then the public decided to seek these people's partners and inform them that look at what we've seen. Everybody just likes drama, dilemma, and scattering people's relationships.
So first things first, let's identify that they were very irresponsible. If they were doing that, they could
all
have done
agree.
it behind
We all
closed
agree.
doors.
No.
Secondly,
Listen,
we are.
you people are encouraging closed doors and hidden affairs and relationships.
So the right thing for them to have done for both of their partners and the organization is end their marriages
And quite
and
a lot of
make
things.
it a formal thing. Like,
They're
okay,
not
you know
ready
what,
to do
we're
that.
together. So
course.
that makes
They've
it
been
very
hiding it on the
selfish.
side.
At this point, we need to take a quick break. We still have quite a lot to talk about on the black table. I don't know what Gang has been doing in his own office, but
He seems to be hugging a lot of
We'll
ladies.
find out very soon.
Guy,
We'll take a quick break
stop
and we'll
it.
catch you on the other side.